Now, the other thing that's really important when it comes to social media marketing is that it's a very cost-effective way of getting your business out there. Hi everyone, welcome back. My name's Kira and I'm the CEO and founder of Winslow Marketing Specialists. What I want to talk to you about today is the benefits of social media marketing as a business. So let's get started. The first thing that I always tell a client when I bring them on board is just the sheer amount of people who use social media on a daily basis. For instance, 16 million people across Australia use Facebook a month and 9 million people use Instagram a month. That's an enormous audience size that you can reach with your business's message. And that really brings me into the first point that I have on this, which is that social media grants your business legitimacy that nothing else can. And that's because when someone goes onto your Facebook page or your Instagram page or your YouTube channel, they're going to see that you're there, that you exist. I'll give you an example. If I'm going to go see a physiotherapist, I may have found them online or they may have been recommended to me by a friend. Now, if I'm completely new to them, I don't know who they are. What I'm going to have a look for is reviews. I want to see what people think of them as a business, and I want to see engagement on their page, because that tells me that it's there, that business is there, that people go to that business for that service and they like it, they go back, because I want to know that this person that I'm going to see, that I'm going to trust with my health and my body, that they're going to provide me with a good service, that other people think they're good and that I can trust them. And that's just one way of finding out that before I actually go in and see them, before I give them money and commit my time to them. So social media has a way of reassuring your clientele that you are there, that you're legitimate. I'll give you another example. If I'm going to go and buy a product, I see it maybe on Instagram. If I see that product and I click through to their profile and I see that they've been in existence for a couple of years now, but they've only got less than 100 followers on the page, for example, I'm not really going to trust them because they haven't really built up their brand. They don't seem committed to the business. They don't want to build it up. They don't want to interact with a lot more people. They're focusing solely on paid advertising. And that to me is a red flag, because that means that they're not relying on engagement from their customers. Therefore, they may not think that their customers like what they're providing. Therefore, they may not be legitimate. It could be a bit of a stretch, but trust me, this is how people actually think. So what you're doing when you build your social media pages for your business or your brand, you are providing legitimacy to it, and you are giving your audience a really good reason to trust you. And that will mean that your click-through rates to your website go up and your engagement continues to keep moving upwards, which is fantastic, because that means that you will start seeing new customers come in, and that's really what we want here. The other thing that when it comes to social media marketing is that it will really improve your search engine optimization or your rankings. And if you're watching this video, it's probably or possibly because you don't use social media as a marketing tool, because you rely mainly on your website. And if that's the case, then you will well and truly know all about SEO and search engine rankings and all of that. Now, what happens when you start getting engagement on social media pages and channels is that your rankings and your optimization goes up, because it allows the search engine to understand that people are engaging with your brand, they want to see more, that you are legitimate, and that you're giving them a really good reason to promote you, basically, which should be harnessed by every means possible. Now, the other thing that's really important when it comes to social media marketing is that it's a very cost-effective way of getting your business out there. Now, a lot of small businesses, they start with a very small marketing budget, if any at all. And what social media marketing allows is for you to get your business out there, to get known and to reach potential clientele with a very minimal spend. Now, there are kind of two parts to social media marketing. One is the organic part and one is your paid advertising. Now, talking organically, if you don't want to spend any money at all promoting your page, then you don't have to. What you can do on Facebook, for example, you're looking at interacting with the community. So you want to get in some groups, post into some groups, harness the pure reach that groups allow. Don't spam the groups, obviously, but you can ask for all sorts of different information and support from different groups, and there are also advertising groups, so get involved in those. Also, just interacting with those on your timeline, your personal profile, inviting those people to like your page and interact with your page. That's a really good way of getting out there for a start. If you're looking at Instagram, then hashtags are absolutely fantastic. And then going through and interacting with different content, different people who may be interested in your business, and those that you want to support as well. So you give them a like and a follow and engage with their content as well, because what goes around comes around. That's never been truer than in social media. Now, if you're looking at the paid aspect of social media marketing, it can be a little bit daunting, and that's okay. But if we go back to the numbers that I mentioned at the start, you've got 16 million people using Facebook across Australia a month. Now, that is an enormous audience for you to reach and you to engage with, even when you go through and you start targeting your audience to be something more likely to interact with your brand. Not everyone is going to want to receive your products or services. That's just the way it goes. But you still have plenty of people to reach even after you put that targeting in place. So if you do it properly, you're going to get a really good engagement. And just to give you an idea of what's a good engagement, it obviously does vary. I've had some clients tell me that they get that they pay $10 per click through to their website or their video or something like that. I would not say that that's very good at all. I'd be looking at more to the 50 cents to $1 mark. That's something that I'm willing to accept. Other people may not be willing to accept that. They might like to push it down a lot further, and that's great as well. It's obviously also depends on what you're trying to get out of your advertising campaign. If that's maybe instead of click-throughs, that's likes on the page or messages to your inbox. And that's a few ways of how social media can really enhance your brand and your marketing, particularly as a small business, but certainly as you grow as well. It can be something that is a bit temperamental, a bit touchy, because you don't want to get on the bad side of Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or anything like that. But it is something that can also be very rewarding. Obviously, different people handle it differently. I've had a lot of clients tell me it just takes too much time, or they don't know how to create content or know what to say in their copywriting to get the conversion that they want. And that's fine too. That's where you can get some help. And obviously there are people like us out there who are willing to help. But there are also plenty of resources out there to help you build up your own knowledge of social media marketing and allow you to do it yourself. On that note, we are putting together quite a few videos coming up about social media marketing, how to do it, what not to do, and everything else. So do like and subscribe, and feel free to sign up to our newsletter as well, because that will be giving all sorts of resources, and we'll let you know whenever we post new YouTube content. So please like, subscribe and sign up, and all the links that you need are also in the description down below. We'll see you next time.